To many, Kansas City is synonymous with jazz music, wheat production, cows, and barbecue. While the arts and agricultural industries are deeply ingrained in the culture of this West Missouri city, it's the last item we listed that we'll be honing in on in this video. Viewcation presents the best restaurants in Kansas City. Char Bar. Pitmaster Mitch Benjamin shows off his A-game as he presents his unique blend of smoke and culinary magic to the hungry patrons of this historic Westport restaurant. The majority of Char Bar sandwiches and BBQ platters feature a mile-high pile of fresh smoked and mouth-wateringly tender meats, in addition to a healthy assortment of award-winning sauces. If you've got the time and appetite, we recommend ordering the Charred Bits and Grits appetizer. After you've stuffed yourself with some of the best barbecue this side of the Mississippi, you can grab a bottle of their signature sauces to share with your buddies back home. Joe's Kansas City Barbecue. You'd be nuts if you visited Kansas City and didn't try at least a few of their famous barbecue joints. While Char Bar definitely delivers the goods, Joe's is also one of the better smoke joints in town, serving up the good stuff. We recommend trying their 2-meat barbecue dinner with ribs and brisket. That way you can sample a little of everything. If you're more in the mood for a sandwich, place an order for the Z-Man. This offering features an enormous pile of tantalizing brisket served with smoked provolone cheese and onion rings on a fresh-baked Kaiser roll. Just so you're warned, you'll probably have to loosen up your belt a few notches. Slaps Barbecue. Like the name implies, everything on the menu at this KC landmark slaps. This unassuming restaurant might not look like much, but ever since it opened in 2014, Slaps has been serving KC residents and out-of-town foodies alike a phenomenal selection of smoked, charred, and grilled meats that hold no punches. There's nothing all that flashy about it. It's clean but very casual, so expect to receive your meal in a styrofoam box, accompanied with little plastic cups for their self-serve signature sauces. Their spicy sauce is astonishing. You can skip the sweet stuff if you don't mind a little tingle. Besides all the usual offerings like ribs, brisket, and pulled pork, Slaps also offers diners an assortment of less popular BBQ meats like Polish sausage and thinly sliced turkey. Before you visit, you should know there's only outdoor seating, although in the colder months the patio is covered and heated. Although depending on what time of day you visit, there could be a long line, but rest assured it moves fairly quickly. While you wait, the bar will be more than happy to serve you an ice-cold beer. Pigwich. Most sandwich shops take pride in their huge and often overwhelming menus. Pigwich is a different breed. They have a significantly smaller sized, or perhaps we should say focused menu that features bona fide bangers like cheesesteaks, burgers, banh mi, cornflake fried chicken, and their signature Pigwich, which is topped with pulled pork, provolone, slaw, and a house-made barbecue sauce that's out of this world. Q39. It doesn't take a local to realize there is an overabundance of barbecue joints in town. In order to set itself apart from the rest of the pack, Q39 has come up with a menu of barbecue classics that all seem to hit the ball out of the park. Some of their best dishes include the charred and smoked chicken served with a generous squeeze of barbecue sauce that'll make your knees turn to jelly. Then you have the pork belly, which melts in your mouth. One of the favorite things we tried was the sausage corn dogs. Each chef-driven menu item is served with your choice of sides, and entrees are cooked over a smoky wood fire, giving them a flavor that'll knock your socks off. Now let's move on to some non-barbecue flavorings. Corvino Supper Club. This supper club and tasting room can be found in Kansas City's Crossroads neighborhood. Corvino is a wonderful place to celebrate a special occasion, but even if you don't have anything in particular to celebrate, it's an equally wonderful spot to enjoy a great night out in the big city with someone special. The restaurant offers guests a couple of options to choose from. You can either dine in the main dining room or order a handful of shareable plates to enjoy with friends in the tasting room. There, the kitchen becomes your own little private theater. As you sip on cocktails, wine, or craft beer, you can watch as the team creates a meal you won't soon forget. Corvino serves upscale American cuisine that doesn't necessarily require you to shell out an arm and a leg. Il Lazzarone. There's nothing quite like getting a piping hot pizza straight out of the oven, and you'll get that here at one of Il Lazzarone's hand-built wood-fired ovens. These rustic pizza incubators actually can trace their origin back to Naples, Italy. Each pizza cooks for a little under 90 seconds, so you won't have to sit around waiting for very long. Topping options are plentiful, from the house signature pie, the crippa, which is loaded with fresh mozzarella, applewood bacon, balsamic glaze, extra virgin olive oil, and cloves of garlic, to the classic margarita. Everything at this spot is absolutely delectable. Lidia's. This Kansas City staple is housed in a former railroad house and is located just a short stroll north of the city's historic Union Station. Lidia's has a vibe that's strongly reminiscent of a quaint old Italian farmhouse. The hand-blown glass chandeliers help set the warm tone for the Northern Italian-inspired menu that's brought to you by award-winning celebrity chef Lidia Bastianich. Regardless of what you order, you're going to have an extraordinary meal, but we were quite pleased with the grilled bone-in ribeye that we ordered. Another popular option is the pasta trio, featuring unlimited portions and a rotating variety of recipes. Graham and Dunn. If you're searching for a place that will wow your party, either for dinner or brunch, Graham and Dunn covers both of these bases quite nicely. The restaurant is beautifully adorned and furnished, and the food itself is chef-driven, yet still very approachable. On the menu, you'll find dishes like coffee-crusted ribeye and loaded baked potato gnocchi. If the weather permits, be sure to ask for a patio seat, as Graham and Dunn's outside seating is some of the best in the city. Rye. One thing Midwestern restaurants know how to do expertly well is serve up soul-nourishing food in a comfortable setting. And we've got to hand it to them. Rye is a perfect example of that principle in action. Diners can enjoy menu items like barbecue rub-dusted pork rinds or their claim to fame, fried chicken, while enjoying craft cocktails that are every bit as artful as they are tasty. Mickey's Hideaway. Mickey's Hideaway has been described as a faux speakeasy that features a menu difficult to pin down to just one style. It's home to a team of award-winning bartenders that know their stuff. Pretty much any drink you choose will hit all the right spots. As far as food, entrees span from fish tacos to Korean short rib fries to jackfruit masala. Pro tip, come on Thursday evening to enjoy some live music. Jax Fish House. Despite being in a landlocked town, literally hundreds of miles from the nearest ocean, Jax Fish House has somehow figured out how to serve sustainably sourced seafood that's been cooked to perfection. The calamari, mussels, steaks, and pastas are all great choices, but the freshly shucked oysters are the real stars of the show. Other great additions include the blue crab pasta, jumbo lump crab cakes, Mississippi catfish, and seafood chowder. Town Topic Hamburgers. Doesn't matter what city you're in, there's always one local burger joint that's seemingly been around since the beginning of time. A visit to this 24-hour diner-like restaurant, serving up timeless classics like hot dogs, hamburgers, hotcakes, milkshakes, and floats for the last 75 years, will leave a lasting impression. Town Topic's signature burgers are smashed ultra-thin and cooked until perfectly crispy. To get the full experience, try the local favorite triple cheeseburger. Now it's time to hear from you. Have you ever eaten in Kansas City? Did we miss any of your favorites? Let us know in the comments section below.